Got my Tesla. And they had like a little sign at the front that says, "Welcome, Rachel." Just found a new future with my Tesla. Bro, I could play music outside of the Tesla.
Only but with a fall face DF, ma. Zombie thinking muffin complex, and I ain't even trying to come out. So I thank all of this zombie thinking God bless stroll.
So what's up YouTube? It's Brad back in another video. So today y'all, we are headed to my Tesla so I can show you guys how it looks. My baby. My baby. I'm sorry you guys, this video is not how it looked when I first got it. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit dirty because I've been having it for 3 months now. This is how the car looks. Sleek design. So yeah, you guys, I actually bought my new car, my Tesla Model 3 2025. I got it from the Tesla website. I had to pay a $250 deposit, and after you pay for that, then they background check you. Well, not background check you, they credit check you. And then also you have to put a down payment down. My down payment for this Tesla was $5,000. It was $5,600. I did get help for my Tesla. I got help from my roommate and my parents also because I needed this car ASAP. My old car, it actually broke down on me, the stick shift, as you guys remember in my older videos. Coming from a Volvo 2010 stick shift S40 to a Tesla 2025 Model 3, that's a glow up. That is a boss move. You know, I never had an updated car before. All my cars were under 2015. I never had a luxurious car. I never got to customize my own car, y'all. That is so lit. So this is new to me, having an upgraded 2025 car, number one. And number two, having an upgraded car, period. As you guys can see, it's on 62%, which is 208 miles. My car actually fills up until 360 something miles. So when it's on 100%, it can go from and back from somewhere for a long time. It's kind of like a phone. So if you guys do not like charging your phone, you definitely would not want to get an electric car. I like that the LED lights, you can change it. I like how you can turn on and off Sentry mode, which is recording for your car. You have 6 cameras around your car. As you guys can see, I got full self-driving, which you pay $100 a year for. And then you also have to pay to charge your car. Usually it's like $4. Sometimes it could be $10. I think the highest I paid to charge my car was $19. And that's because it's a congestion charge. So if there's a lot of people at a charger, you got to pay way more for electricity. It shows the weather. Also pay for premium connectivity, which means my car has its own Wi-Fi. And also, you can change the settings on the car to whatever user is driving your car. You also have parental controls if you have kids, so you can control the speed limit in the car if somebody else is driving. You got valet mode, you got car wash mode, you got camp mode, dog mode, all that stuff. Camp mode is if you're camping. Dog mode is if you leave a dog in the car will not turn off and the air will still stay on. The premium connectivity is so my car connects to Wi-Fi anywhere, because if it has no service, you will not be able to go anywhere. Now, I unlocked the front. The front is the front trunk, and then the back of the car. Everything that you use for this car mainly is through these touchscreen manual in the middle. So if you mess this up, this is like basically the motherboard of your car. If you mess it up, you are fried. Okay, this and the battery are like the 2 main components of an electric car, or just in general with a Tesla. As you guys can see, you can move your car around on the screen, and it also shows you what's wrong with your car. And then when you put on the turn signals, as you guys can see, it's right and left. It shows who is right or what is right next to you on the side of you. So if it's another car, if it's a person, whatever the case may be, it can sense bicycles, trains, trucks, people walking. It can sense everything. Dogs, anything. So I'm not gonna lie, this is a very updated car, like very, very updated, because I don't know one car where you could put on the turn signals and see what's next to you. And then as you guys can see on the screen, it shows your turn signal. So that's how you'll know if your car lights are out, because it shows on the screen if your car lights are out or your back lights, anything. It will literally tell you on the screen. You can also customize the color of your car on the screen. You can also move it around. It doesn't have to be in one way on the screen. That's what I like about it as well. And also it has red sensor lights. So when you are putting on the red when you are putting on the right and left turn signal lights, if there is a car next to you, there's going to be a sensor that is by the door, and it's going to show you, it's a red light sensor, and it's going to show you if there's a car or somebody next to you on the left and right side in case they're in your blind spot. So this car is very smooth, it's very sleek. It's kind of boring on the inside, I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, it has a lot of features that a lot of cars don't have, or you have to pay extra to even get, which I love. So here's the front of it, and we're about to see how the front is. The front is very spacious, I'm not gonna lie. You could put a lot of stuff in there. As you guys can see, I got clothes in there, I have shoes, I have my little survival bag, which has like deodorant and like hair stuff and stuff like that. So in case I'm making a trip or something like that and I can't make it back home, I can definitely change or, you know, wash myself up a bit or do whatever I got to do if I'm sleeping over at somebody's house. But yes, this is the trunk. The only thing that's by the front is the windshield wiper fluid. So you do have to put windshield wiper fluid in your car, but that's about it. This has no engine, no transmission, no oil, nothing like that. So you're not dealing with 3 things that a normal car would be dealing with, okay? The only thing that you would deal with this car, like I said, is the tires, the battery, and probably the lights. That's about it. That's literally about it. And if you mess up the car on the inside. These mirrors actually fold in. I don't think I can push them in. I tried. I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna break that shit. But on the inside, you can actually fold your mirrors in. And this is how the car looks overall. Here's the trunk part, y'all. So, and that crazy part is the trunk actually has a space underneath it that is hidden. I don't know if you guys can see it because it's nighttime. It was like 6 a.m. when I was filming this. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's very spacious. You can definitely fit a big heavy duty box in there. You can definitely fit probably a medium sized TV. That's the under part. It has like a hidden part in there, like a hidden component part where you can put stuff like storage and stuff in there. It's made for like a tire, but I don't really care. I put all my other stuff in there, honestly. As you guys can see, I put a duffel bag and some Gatorade in there and stuff like that. But it can definitely hold a lot of stuff in there. It's very big for a regular size sedan car. And don't get me wrong, y'all. It has a button that you could press where it goes down, or you can actually close the trunk from the inside of the car, from the motherboard on the inside. So that screen I was touching on the inside, you can close your trunk from the screen instead of touching it. And also they have a feature where you can go behind your trunk and it automatically opens, just you standing behind it. I did not turn on that feature because I don't know how to work that feature. I'm scared of being behind my trunk and it just randomly opens all the time. So I did not turn on that feature. And it also makes like a boop noise. So once you press that, it's going to go down by itself. Also, the charging part of the car, to charge your car, it is by one of your backlights. As you guys see, it's on the left side right there. So basically, you can press a button where the motherboard is and it'll open, or you can tap it. And if you tap it, it opens. It's going to be blue when you take it out, and it's going to be green while it's charging. That's how you know it's charging and it's working, because some chargers are ass. You got to hold the button to even unplug it from your car because it is locked when it's charging. So somebody can't just yank it out. You will have to hold down a button to take it out. So a lot of stuff that people think they know about Teslas, trust me, you don't. It took me a while to even open up a Tesla door because I didn't know that the door handles are like that. You have to push them in and then pull them out instead of like a regular car. So that's a good feature too, because if a lot of people don't know how to open up your car, you're not going to get robbed as easily. You know, if people don't know how to function your car, they can't just joyride it because it's going to be way too hard. Plus, this car has GPS on it. It has GPS tracking. It has an alarm system, and it has a dash cam on the inside. So your car is recording every single time you're in there. Okay. So there's buttons right there. As you guys can see, it's going up and down. That's all you do for the buttons. And then they also have the button to unlock and lock the door, which is right there. You got to hold it down to unlock the door. That's how you unlock the door. They also have a manual latch that you can use in emergencies. As you guys can see, they switched up the steering wheel. It says Tesla. You got the right and left turn signal. That's right there. Instead of pressing a button up and down, those are your brights to turn on your brights. As you guys can see, the lights is flashing right there. That's how you turn your brights. You got to hold it down to leave your brights on. That right there, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that one is. Sorry. This one is to look at the cameras around you on your car, and you can look at, it doesn't show you all the cameras, but it shows you some of them. You can look at while you're driving. You can look at it while you're driving. You can look at it while you're in park as well. Then you also have this one, which is the windshield wipers, which you can do auto or you can go all the way to the top. I usually use auto, which means when it automatically fills a raindrop, it's going to let the windshield wipers go off. Okay. The next one is underneath the windshield wipers. The next one is the audio speak or speak to listen or something like that. So basically you could speak into the car and you can list commands that you want the car to do and it will do it. I usually only use that when I'm replying to text messages while I'm in a car because I can't text and drive. So that's mainly the only thing that's used for personally. And then I got a holder that holds my phone up to the side of the middle compartment, the screen I'm touching. So they got a bunch of different features that you could literally be doing or looking at and stuff like that. It is really cool, honestly, to play around with if you really have never been here. It also has park, neutral, drive, and the other one up there too. They got the caution lights. This is how it looks when you use your mirrors in the car, if you're doing your makeup or something like that. It is good. Honestly, I like it. Panoramic view in the car. So if you're at the beach or you're by the ocean or you're in a forest or something, anywhere you drive your car at, I'm not gonna lie, it has a good background. It's great for videos, it's great for photos. It's great to just sit and chill in your car, especially if it's self-driving and stuff. That's usually what I do when I'm self-driving, is I literally roll my seat all the way back and I just watch. I just watch my panoramic view and just watching it drive around the city. But this right here, y'all, is the charging port, and this is also where you put your key card to start your car. So you are going to get two of these when you get your car from the dealership. You're going to get two of those. So one is for you, one is for another person, or your backup key. You just literally place it in the middle and then start your car. You can also charge your phone right here, any phone. It could be a phone, it could be an Android, iPhone, whatever, and it charges your car. I said it charges your car, it charges your phone. But I'm not gonna lie, it charges slow and it'll make your phone overly heat. So I do keep my personal charger in here, but I still use it from time to time in case of emergencies or whatever. Here's a place that you can open. I have bought compartments in here. These did not come with my Tesla, but as you guys can see, it's very big on the inside. You can literally fit a water bottle in there. That's how big it is. I got sunglasses, sunscreen, makeup, hand sanitizer. There goes my charger right there. They have that type of charger, that type of car charger. And I literally just charge my phone from here because it charges faster, literally. So it's an easy component. And I love that all these components have lights. This is where the armrest is. And as you guys see, like I said, I bought that too. And then I just put napkins in there and tissue and pens and stuff like that. Stuff that I don't really use. I leave that compartment empty like that. Yeah, as you guys can see. But I like that it got a lot of space for storage and stuff like that. This isn't the passenger side. Sorry, it's a little bit dusty, y'all. I'll be moving around, so I gotta bring stuff with me in my car frequently. But this is how the front looks like. That bar right there you see is the sound bar. There's sound that goes all throughout the Tesla. Tesla has, I think, 9 speakers throughout the whole entire car. So the speakers aren't just on the door and they're not just in the front. They're literally everywhere. This is how the back seat look. It is extremely comfy and big, especially if I was to have children. This is how the back lights look. I got this little button that comes out, so if you guys have cleaning clothes, for the cleaners or something like that, you need to hang something, you could definitely do it in the car. So with Tesla, since it has so many speakers, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, the bass be booming in there. It sounds like you're at a concert. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You can move wherever you want the sound to go. So if you want the sound to only go in the back seat or only towards this person or something, that's how the sound will go in the car. I like that you can adjust the treble and all that. You can adjust where you want the sound to be, and you have different types of options. Also with Tesla, you can also play music outside of your car. So if you park, let's say if you go park by your friend's house or something like that, you can play the music outside of your car and people can actually hear it. And I don't mean as in leaving your car doors open. I mean, they have a speaker system built outside of the Tesla, which means that you can hear the music loud as hell. Now, when you're looking at the navigation, you got home and work. You can list the addresses for home and work, so that way you could just press it when you're ready to drive and go, instead of just typing in the address all the time. I got a whole bunch of different features on the screen. You can also split the air, so one person's side of the air could be a different one person's air could be totally different. And as you guys can see, they have auto on. You can change it to the front, to where your feet is, to where the middle of the seat is. You can change the air from the front to the rear. You can do both. You can also level out the air, so the air can go up and down wherever it wants to go. And you can also put it on high, medium, low. They have defrosters, defoggers. You can also heat up the steering wheel. You can also heat up the windshield. We also have heated seats, so you can heat your seats. And we also have cooling seats, which a lot of cars don't have. So that is new to me. I never had cooling seats. Basically, if you guys don't know what that is, it ventilates cold air. So if you're going in your car and you're hot and you're sweaty, I'm not gonna lie, it helps a lot, especially on a hot day, and especially down south, it helps a lot. And it's gonna be loud. That's the only problem. It sounds very, very loud when you turn the heated seats or the cool seats on, but it's completely fine because at least it's warming you up or making you feel better, and you're not shivering or sweating all over your seats. Right, and the seats that I have is leather as well, so it does get hot in here, which is another thing about Tesla. You can keep the air on when you leave out the car. It will ask you, do you want to keep the air this temperature while you're out the car? And you can put yes or you can put no. So that's another thing. You can come back to the car and the air is still how it was, so that way you're not going back to a hot car and all that type of shit. Now this is the controls where you can put your headlights to on, off, parking, only for parking, and then you can put it as auto. And I usually have mine as auto, so my lights will turn off by themselves and they will turn on by themselves. You can also fold the mirrors from the screen. They got window lock, they got child lock, and they also have, as you guys can see, that's how it looks like when you turn them on, and then auto. And they also have the glove box button. So if you guys want to open up your glove box, you definitely would have to from in here. That's another feature that Tesla has as well. You can actually lock your Tesla, and nobody can drive your Tesla unless they have a lock code. So if you do end up trying to steal a Tesla, or going into your friends, or maybe your mom's Tesla or something, you can put a pin on your Tesla where you won't be able to drive that hoe unless you have the pin. If you don't have the pin, your car is not moving. Unfortunately, I didn't put mine set like that because I don't have people that would go and drive my car like that, so I don't have that problem. Like, I read the manual, but not all these features are on the manual. Some of this stuff you're really going to have to find out on your own as a Tesla driver or as a electric car driver. You're just going to have to learn as you go, because I'm trying to tell you, these people do not know what none of this stuff is. Now you can adjust the steering wheel, you can adjust the mirrors up and down, you can save the recording on what your car is recording. You can also put a SIM card in your car to record way more stuff. You can turn up the brightness of your screen. I usually have mine low because I don't want my battery to die. Then you can change it to the acceleration, which is standard and chill. And if you guys don't know the difference between standard and chill, that has to do with the fact that if you want your car to be speeding or if you want your car to be in chill mode. And I also have this where you are applying brakes while regenerated. So basically what that means is your brakes will automatically apply as soon as you get off the gas. So when I'm off the gas, you know how sometimes some people's cars just slow down? Well, mine actually hits the brakes. So that's a pro. And as you guys can see, it shows how much you want to charge your car. You can set however much you want to charge your car. It shows you how much your session costs. As you guys can see, my shit says $5. A lot of people will think that you owning a Tesla, you're charging your car $20 every single day. That's actually not true. I barely spend that much money on my charging, but they have cruise control, they got auto steer, and they got self-driving. So there's 3 different types that people don't realize when it comes with Tesla. Tesla does have cruise control, and Basically, if you guys don't know what that is, look it up. And they also have auto steer. Autopilot is basically them just going straight. You don't have to put in an address. The Tesla's just going to drive in a straight line till whenever you want to take it off of autopilot. Then they have full self-driving. You can only do self-driving if you have an address put into the maps. If you do not have an address, you cannot use self-driving. And also with self-driving, you have to be attentive. If it detects that you're not looking at the road, your car will fully max out and you will not be allowed to use self-driving anymore. It also has obstacle awareness. As you guys can see, you definitely read everything. Green light chime noise. So whenever it's a green light, my car chimes. If there's an obstacle in the middle of the road, my car will automatically swerve it. Or if it's a person, my car will automatically swerve it. I also set it to anti-collision. So if I'm going into close to a car, my car will automatically stop. I got driver door unlock mode, which means when I walk up to my car will automatically unlock. This is the feature where I said you can go behind the trunk and it will automatically open. My car will automatically lock when I exit as well, and I had to set it like that in settings. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of people's Teslas don't have all these features because they don't mess around with the features. They don't know how to turn them on. They don't know nothing about an electric car. So when you see other people have Teslas and they don't have all these features, it's because either their car is old or they don't know how to work it. And I turned on a bunch of features on mine, like headlights after exit. My headlights stay on when I exit my car. I have footlights. You can turn your dome lights on and off. You can change your lighting, your LED lights in a car. A bunch of different features as well. I tried to make my Tesla as safe as possible. That's why I put my car on chill mode as well. So when it's self-driving, it goes literally the speed limit. It's not going to keep switching lanes. It's not going to keep, doing all this shit. And I love it, honestly. Self-driving is very, very good if for people that don't like driving or people that get tired, like your feet get tired, or if you're handicapped or disabled or something. I would definitely recommend getting a self-driving car. You feel me? And then we got the seats right here, so you can actually take care of the seats if you want from this. And then they got the appearance, so you can change it from light to dark, just like other apps, on your phone and stuff like that. You can change the brightness. They have a screen cleaning mode, and if you do that, it turns off the middle part right here, and you can clean the screen and stuff like that. And they also have a screen in the back seat as well. So if I had kids or anything like that, they could be in the back seat doing stuff on their own screen. Now that the back screen doesn't have as many features as the front screen do, but it has games on it. They can watch movies, they can listen to music, and the back screen can actually Bluetooth to your phone. So what that means is if you have a child in the back seat or a friend in the back seat, when it is Bluetooth to their phone, I won't be able to listen to their music. It will only be able to play from the back screen. So that's what I like about Teslas as well. That's why a lot of people have them, because they're very, very good family car. Or if you have a lot of people that get in your car, I'm not going to lie, it's an entertainment system, literally. As you guys can see, it says camera-based detections, all that type of stuff. So basically, if somebody comes by my car will automatically record you. As soon as somebody tries to break in, my car will automatically have an alarm go off. So basically, that's what all that is saying. I'm trying to make sure that everything is good when I walk away from my car. And if somebody does mess with my car, it's all on camera. My sound alarm will go off. And also, I have warranty. So if somebody does break into my car, I have warranty for that. If somebody ends up stealing my car, or if I end up getting into a wreck and it's fully totaled, I have 100% coverage on that. So I will be good as hell if something happens to this car. I was very smart and strategic with my insurance plans and with my terms when I had got the car. Unlike a lot of other people, I was trying to be smart before I got my Tesla because I didn't want to mess up anything. But yeah, so you can basically, this screen is just saying if you want to see everything through your mobile phone, and if the car is allowed to do certain things for the car, you guys can read it and stop and read everything. I'm not going to read all that because I'm not going to lie, I read it before. I went through the manual twice when I first got this car. Like, before I even got my Tesla, y'all, I was watching YouTube videos on people that got their first Tesla and shit like that. And I know a lot of you guys are probably like, why did you get it? Why did you switch and stuff like that? Honestly, I got this car because it was the cheapest option for me, because the other cars that I was looking at, all of them for $5,000 down, they have like hella miles. They got like 60K miles. They got like 100K miles. Y'all, I got this car with 0 miles. I drove off the lot with 0 miles. You can check your PSI for your tires and stuff like that. And it has owner's manual, wheel and tire. You can actually schedule an appointment with Tesla, service appointment, all that type of stuff. Here's the manual right here. So if you want to learn everything about your car, you definitely can. For all you guys, all you car gurus out there, mine is a long range 4-wheel. I think that's what it is. AWD, something like that. I didn't know the difference between all these other types of cars and stuff, but there you go. You can connect to Wi-Fi. It shows your trips, like your recent trips on your car. You can actually connect it to Bluetooth, so a bunch of people can be connected to your car, but you can make your phone the main priority. So that means when you go to the car, it's going to automatically connect to yours. Then it shows the rear screen, so you can see what they're doing on the rear screen, navigation, dash cam. That's the cameras. That's the inside of that's the inside of the Tesla as well. It's probably not going to show because you're inside of the Tesla, but it also shows all the footages that it got from the days that you were doing things and stuff like that. It also shows your energy, how much energy you consumed, how much money you spent. It shows your phone, which is your call log, your favorites, all that. It also has messages, calendar, which I don't use calendar or my messages on here like that. It has Zoom, so if you guys are into Zoom and shit like that, you can definitely go on there. They got Theater, which is Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Tesla tutorials. I really use all of those all the time. They also have Arcade, which is the games that you can play. So they have like Solitaire. They got like other types of games. I'm not gonna lie, I played every single game on here just to try out the games, because some of them games I have never heard of before. But they also have their own browser. It's called Tesla Browser. So you can literally type in anything. It works anywhere. You can even do this shit while you're driving. So I usually watch like Zeus and stuff like that on here, because you can literally just type in Zeus and watch it from the browser, which is so live. I love that my car has its own internet, so I don't even need a phone at this point. So besides that, it shows the manual as well on the side. It shows Spotify, Bluetooth. It shows the radio. If you want to listen to regular radio, has all the stations already. My car actually has satellite radio as well, so I don't have to listen to the regular radio. I can listen to satellite radio, or I can listen to my Bluetooth. As you guys can see, it says karaoke, which is when you can play a song and connect a microphone or something, or two of y'all could be singing in the car and stuff, and it has the lyrics that pop up on the screen. They got Tidal, they got Apple Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, all that. It literally has a bunch of different platforms that people can listen to music on. So I'm not gonna lie, it's very, very convenient. It's very easy to use, but I feel like you gotta want to use it. So now I'm done charging it, so I'm gonna press stop charging and unlock the charger. So the only way you could take the charger out of the Tesla is if you unlock it. So you have to go outside, as I'm doing now, and then take it out. You gotta hold it down, hold down the button, take it out, and then boom, it should shut by itself like that. Or if it doesn't, you just tap it and it shuts. Then the Tesla charger is magnetic, so you have to stick it in there to connect. So now I'm about to show you guys how the app looks, because you can literally use that for anything. So yes, you can name your car anything. My car name is Vixen because she reminds me of a video vixen. It shows the miles, the percentage of your car. It also shows if your car doors are open or closed, software updates, recent clips for when your car was recording. You can watch them on your phone. You don't have to watch them in the car. That's another thing. I can literally watch my cameras from my phone. I can watch my car from my phone. I can control it. I can open up my front. I can close the doors. I can vent my windows. I can start my car. I can blow my horn. I can even talk through my app. If somebody's by my car, they will hear me talking. So I like these features because I'm not gonna lie, other people, they don't have these features. You can also see your tire pressures on the app without you having to even go to the car. You got climate, which means you can control if you want heated seats before you walk in there, if you want cool seats, if you want it to be super cold, super hot when you walk in there. You can put it on dog mode and camp mode while you're not in the car. You can vent your windows as well and all types of stuff. And then also it's going to ask you if you want to keep the temperature. You can keep it that temperature if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So then the next thing is the location, which shows where your car is located at and the address. So you will be able to find your car exactly where it's at. And then you can summon your car, which means your car will come to you. I would only recommend that in places where it's not a lot of cars. And you can literally summon your car to you. I've done it before. It does work. And then you can also schedule for your car to be preconditioned, which means before you go charge your car, you can also set it up for a light show, which means it's going to be acting crazy. It's going to be acting crazy. So you can schedule for certain things for your Tesla. Then it's going to say security and drivers. So right there, you can look at your dash cam. You can put it on your Sentry mode, which turns on your cameras. You got valet mode. You got parental controls. You can also do speed limit mode, which means you can't go past a certain speed limit. You can share your card to other people so people can access your car. It shows how much you saved using electricity instead of gas. It shows any upgrades you need to do with your car. It shows your driving score, how bad you're driving, how good you're driving, what you're bad at, what you're good at, all that type of stuff. It also shows when you gotta schedule something for your car, like for Tesla, roadside assistance, flat tires, anything. They will come in a jiffy. I'm not gonna lie. They come in literally an hour or two, and they're gonna ask you questions about the car and just come, no questions asked. I'm not gonna lie, Tesla is expensive. One tire is $300. So sit there and let that sink in. Imagine how much anything else would be if you had to call roadside assistance, okay? So that's the crazy part. So you can definitely play around with the functions. I would recommend if you get a new upgraded car and you never had one, I would highly recommend, you look around at the futures and stuff like that, because if not, you're going to be lost.
All right, you guys, so as you guys can see, I'm currently in my Tesla 2025. So I'm going to tell y'all and explain to y'all the whole process and everything. So the very first thing is with Tesla, you don't need to go to a dealership. You got to go on the app to purchase a Tesla vehicle, unless you go to a third-party seller. Different car dealerships that sell Tesla, it might not be straight up Tesla. It might be like, cash cars or when the refinance cars or whatever. But I went through the Tesla dealership because a lot of people sell Teslas, like use Teslas for a very high amount. And I needed something, y'all, because the old car that I had was a Volvo 2011, right? If you guys know, I was riding in a hoopty with no air, nothing. I didn't even have an aux cord like that. I couldn't listen to music while I was driving. It was stick shift. It was just horrible. There was a lot of different problems that was going wrong with it. It was always breaking down. The transmission was always messing up. It was always something that was messing up when it came to that old car. And I'm so fucking happy. But I sold the car, and unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of money for it because it was used. It's old. It has a lot of miles on it. I'm not gonna lie, like 200K miles. So I couldn't really sell it for much, especially since it's old and I had it for 5 years. It was stained up, a lot of different stuff. I didn't see the point on cleaning it before I sold it. I didn't see the point on fixing it up or anything because it was already having problems. So I sold it. Got a rack for it. Thankfully, I got something for it, whatever the case may be. But I was having problems wrong with this car like in October, I would say, or like probably around November time. I was carless for probably about 3 weeks, maybe a month. I was carless where I had to literally get rides, Uber, or get a rental car. I got a rental car literally a week before I got my Tesla. I only had a rental car for a whole entire week. I paid $1,500 for it for a whole entire week. So I was not enjoying my life. I was not living my life. I was going to work and coming home. Don't get me wrong, the work don't stop just because my car stopped, right? But at the end of the day, the problem that I had was the fact that it took this goddamn long because I had to come up with money out of thin air, okay? So when I found out I wanted a Tesla instead of another car, the reason why it's not because of the brand name or because I wanted to have attention or get hoes or anything like that. I got this car specifically for the reason of it being so low for me to buy it. I got this car $5,000 down. I was spending $5,000 down payment on this car. I'm going to be driving off the lot with 0 miles compared to me getting a gasoline car and me going to another dealership and paying $5,000 and it's 90 miles with probably hella problems, right? And I like to drive a lot, so I wanted a car that did not have a lot of miles because I drive a lot. I delivery drive, I like to travel, and in general, I drive a lot of places. And if you guys are in Texas or live in Houston and stuff, you know stuff is far. Like to get to the north side to the south side is literally a 40 minutes to 1 hour drive. So that's taking up a lot of time and gas. And then after I did that, then I had to go back on the app and they was talking about insurance. And you got to review contracts and all that type of stuff, like whether you want yours leased, you want it financed, or do you want to own it, stuff like that. And it's telling you all the documents, right? So then we get to the insurance part. I got Tesla insurance, which was cheaper than getting a regular insurance. And also, I don't know why it keeps fading out of my face, y'all. It keeps looking at something else in the car. Don't know. It's probably the sunlight. So basically, you press this. As you guys can see, my headlights turned on, right? And it automatically did this, right? This is drive. It's in drive. So I'm about to put my seatbelt on right now, right? Like I said, y'all, sorry if my car's a little dusty. So boom, it says tap to activate drive. So I'm gonna take my foot off the brake, right? And I'm gonna do it again. Put my foot on the brake. Boom, it's in drive. So having a Tesla 2025, I'm not gonna lie, it's a great accomplishment. Believe it or not, it is extremely hard to get a Tesla, especially from the dealership, the actual Tesla dealership. People may be able to get a Tesla easier at a third-party place, but when it comes to a dealership, hell no. When I get in the car, I'm driving home, I'm not knowing none of these fucking features. Now, when you pick up your Tesla, it will give you like a link to go on to where you have videos on what to do with your Tesla. So it's gonna tell you how to unlock your Tesla, how to lock your Tesla. It sends you a video of how to use your steering wheel, how to use turn signals, how to put it in park, drive, neutral, reverse, car wash mode, all that type of junk. So you will know a lot of stuff about your Tesla before you get it. So for all you people out there that get scared and anxiety and shit, it's okay. It's all good, okay? Now you get to choose what color your Tesla is. I chose my color to be white. Like I said, I chose the inside to be black. These seats are actually supposed to be white, and I chose leather seats. You can choose your seats, you can choose the color, you can choose the color outside your car, you can choose to add tire flaps, you can choose to add one of them, you know, them things that be on the back of your hood or your trunk, the racing things, you can put that on the back of there. They have a lot of customizable things. I didn't customize my car much because every single customization added like $300 to $600 to the car. So I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna customize my shit. I think I only customized like 2 or 3 things in this car, and that's about it. I could have customized it more, but like I said, I'm not trying to pay that much for a car at the end of the day. You know, so far I think I paid off 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I paid off 10 grand on this car already, maybe 12 grand already. And I love it. It's a very nice car. It's very slick. I would say it's boring on the inside. A lot of people say that Teslas are boring on the inside. It's very nice.
I did not show y'all another feature, which is Toy Box. They have a light show, which I'm going to show right now. They have Rainbow Road, which basically what that means is you can choose, like when you're driving, I'm going to show y'all. When you're driving, it's going to be like gray while you're driving. It's going to look like this. Look like your car is like driving on a rainbow. And they got the emissions, which means you can set it up to where every single time somebody sits in a seat, it's going to fart. And you can fart on contact. So as soon as somebody sits down, you can fart when you hit a turn signal. And you can fart on demand whenever you press the left scrolling steer right here. And you can change where you want the farts to be. And it gets like, you can listen to this shit outside the car. So somebody can hear this if they're outside the car. You got the boom box, which is a megaphone. You can customize your own personal tone for a horn or for the lock key. I see somebody's was Hannah Montana. So you can change it to whichever one. Old school horn, applause, go, quack, chirp, clown horn, prison. And then they got Santa. So if you want, while you're driving, you can have them sing Jingle All the Way. And then that's like instruments. So if you're like an instrumental person, you like beats and stuff, you can do that in the car. You can put it on a fireplace and it's gonna make a noise. They got a sketch pad where you can draw, and they got you can change like your map to Mars, which I never did that, but yeah, let me show you an example of some noises of whenever my car makes a different noise. And like I said, a lot of people don't know there's an emergency latch, so you will never get stuck inside your Tesla. And I check my tires all the time. Like I said, y'all, my tires all together is $800. So these come out, these are steering wheel, not I said steering wheel, these are as you guys can see, you just literally do that. And then you gotta press them back in like that. So these come off. I'm trying to show y'all, but oh, there you go, right there. So these are the covers for your rims and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't realize that as a Tesla owner, you can customize those. Like theirs is like mine too, but slightly different, as you guys can see. Mine has like a certain type. It's like photon. And theirs is like a little bit more open, so you can customize your wheels, your wheel size. And my wheel size, I customized it. I made mine the biggest ones. They're 18 inches, and this is long range. So, yeah, this is all season tires as well. As you guys see, I need to get these redone again. I've only got my tires done one time since I got them. I got this car sometime in December. So for it to be August and I only had to fix 2 back tires and I got to fix the front. And like I said, I got to drive a lot because I do be driving this. I don't do it frequently, but I do it occasionally. So like all these, you just take it off and you press it back on. And as you guys can see, Tesla emblem. So most people, when they don't get a Tesla from the actual dealership, it's not going to come with rims like with a Tesla emblem. So that's another thing. But yeah, you can take these off, you can customize them. I chose to have them like this type too, because you get to choose the design. You got to choose what color too. And I chose black, and I don't think you guys can see, but my stuff is glittery. I chose white glitter for my car. So and I customized the front of my Tesla as well. So as you guys can see, this part is black, this part is black, and my seats are black. And I customized them that way because the car was originally supposed to come like this on the inside. It was supposed to be gray all the way around and not black. And the seats were originally white, but I customized them because I did not want them to stain easily. Same with the floors and everything else. And also my car already came with my registration and it came with my license plate. Everything, registration, license plate, anything. So I did not have to go to the DMV when you get a Tesla straight off, you know, straight off the lot and shit like that. And then also I didn't show you guys, but this is the back screen. And it has everything on it. It has everything that's on the front. It has games. You got settings. You got that. Music. And it got heated seats in the back too, which I don't. So as you're backing up, you guys, it's going to show like which close by you. It's going to show you from the line. That's how I know if I'm backing up properly. It also shows you the left and the right side of you. So most people's backup camera, it only shows you just the back. And so that way I literally don't have to look at my mirrors like that. Then it's going to tell you to stop once it feels like you're going to hit something.
And your insurance has to go through. They have to accept you for the insurance, and it has to be on the car and everything like that. You have to pay for the insurance before you even get the Tesla. So I had to pay for my insurance that month before I even got my car, which is $400. And then you have to schedule a day for, because your Tesla can be dropped off to you or you can go pick it up. Now mine, I requested to have mine dropped off, but I'm guessing I'm not that close to dealership, so they had me go pick mine up. So I had to go pick mine up, which was I think about 30 minutes away. It was in League City, which was close by Pasadena, Texas. It's not anywhere close to my house, but we went there at about 12. I drove off the lot. It had a bow on it. I went in there. I had to sign some papers, maybe like 2 or 3 papers, and that's about it. It literally only took about 5 minutes inside, and then I go in there to give me my key cards for my Tesla, which I don't have. I'll probably show y'all when I get in the house how the key card looks to unlock the car, but I usually use my phone to unlock the car. So you got to download the app. The app has to connect to the car. It has a Bluetooth to the car. You have to actually go on the car itself and actually manually add the key card in your phone to the car. That way when you walk up, you can just tap and it'll open. You tap right here and it opens up the car, or you can just walk up to the car. If you got the app open, your car automatically is unlocked. A lot of people don't realize with a Tesla, we don't have keys. I don't have no car keys. I don't even have to have my key card if I don't want to. Like I said, my phone doesn't have justice. So you don't have to lock the car. I set it in my settings to where my car can unlock by itself. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of features that come with Tesla, you have to turn them on. So a lot of people do not have these special features, especially if your car is like an older model. You won't have these special features if you don't turn them on, or if you have an older model Tesla. A lot of people, I'll tell them all the features my car has, and they'll be like, yeah, I be hearing Teslas have them type of features. No, the fuck you don't, because a lot of these motherfuckers don't have their features turned on, and you have to pay for some of these features. For you to listen to Sirius XM music or FM music, which is satellite radio, you have to pay. For you to have self-driving in your Tesla, you have to pay. Even with other electronic cars, I said electric, there's other electric cars where you have to pay for self-driving. You have to pay for certain things in the Tesla, and it's $150, $150, $200 for these features. So not every single Tesla owner has these. Not every single feature is sponsored or on social media. So because you are around people that have Teslas, or you've seen posts or videos, does not mean that everything that you see online is what a Tesla actually has. And just because you haven't seen it online does not mean that the Tesla does not have these features. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people with Teslas, you just figure out features as you go. You're not gonna really figure out features by Googling it or looking in the manual, because the manual is on the car. Like, you don't have no physical manual. Your manual is digital. So yeah, it's a lot of different things with the car. So I got it. I hopped in the car. I connected all my stuff. As soon as I did that, like for right now, the car is on right now. I'm just not driving it. As soon as I hopped in the car, this whole was on. So you press the brake pedal. When you press the brake pedal, this is what happens.
This is a light show. It said, do you want to enjoy the light show of the Tesla? So let's... It's loud. They probably about to hear it. I've never seen some shit like this. What the fuck, bro? This is gonna be like so fucking live, bro. I swear to God. Bro, what the fuck? They got everything going. The trunk. Bro, you about to do a light show. Bro, what the fuck, bro? I had to turn down the music because I'm at work. Bro, what the flying fuck? What the flying fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? It said, do you want to see the light show? I said, yeah. Bro, that shit is so fucking live, bro. I'm just enjoying this.